They say elementary school is one of the most fundamental parts of your life. It's when you figure out your personality, what you want to be when you grow up, or at least an idea. And you can make some friends that can last years, maybe your whole life. They is me, by the way. Hi, I'm Misa Animates, and I loved elementary school. It's where I made some of my longtime friends. My favorite years of elementary school were TK, 4th grade, and 5th grade. But in elementary school, a lot of weird things can happen. First story takes place in maybe kindergarten. We were sitting outside during recess, and this girl, let's call her Sam, she comes up to me with a bell in hand. You know, one of those spherical ones with the ball inside. And she asks me, "Do you believe in Santa?" And before I go on, I'll just say I never believed in Santa. I know, our family just never did that. So what I said to Sam was, yes, I did believe in Santa. And you might say, why didn't you just say you didn't believe in Santa? Because I didn't want to be one of those edgy kids who were like, yeah, I don't believe in Santa. Or the Tooth Fairy. We've all met at least someone like that as a kid. And after I said yes, she says, if I can hear the jingle, I believe in him. And I'm like, okay. And she shakes it. But with her hand purposely covering the bell so it would make that dry rattling sound. And she asks me, did you hear it? Yes. No, you didn't. Then later, I see her asking the same question with the bell to another girl, and she didn't cover the bell with her hand, so it jingled for that person.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Well, joke's on you. I don't even believe in Santa. So, whatever. This next story was in actually, it was pretty much all of elementary school. Basically, we had 3 lunch supervisors. I was chill with 2 out of 3 of them. One of them was just odd. She was super strict, always sent kids to timeout for running or literally anything, and everyone thought she was odd, myself included. But I'm not one for conflict, so I just decided to ignore her. One day, I don't remember where my friends were, they were probably just doing something else or absent, so I decided to sit on the playground and do literally nothing. And I just hear the lunch supervisor say, "Hey, you can't be there," and sent me to timeout. And whenever kids were walking out of the lunch table area, she'd yell, "Walk!" if someone so much as speed walked a little too fast. So I just like to avoid any conflict regarding school employees. This next story is so embarrassing for me. It haunted me for years after, and even now it's like, oh, why did I do that? It was in 4th grade. I remember the day so clearly. We had this informative showcase about the history of Native Americans, if I'm remembering it right. And the parents would gather around in the auditorium and watch the 4th graders participate in the showcase. After a few weeks of practice and learning, the day came. All the parents were eagerly waiting in the auditorium, and the students were sat in the chairs waiting for it to start. After a few minutes, the host comes out. He introduces himself and explains to the parents what we will be doing. He explains that he will have the students close their eyes and he will tap a student 3 times if they were selected to come down. We all closed our eyes, and maybe a minute later, I felt some taps on my shoulder. And for some reason, I thought this was my mom trying to take a picture of me, so I start swatting at the host and saying, "No, I can't take a picture right now." And after my failed attempts of swatting, I open my eyes and see that was the host. He was absolutely dumbfounded, and for good reason. I look over at my mom, who was sitting across from me, and she was so confused too, like, why is my daughter swatting the host? What is she doing? I look back at the host and just decide to come down anyways. And I don't remember anything after that. All I could think about was that embarrassing moment. So that was my time in elementary school in a nutshell. I have some amazing memories from elementary. These were some of the funny ones though. So how was your time in elementary school? And I'll see you in the next video. So, it's been a while. I'm sure you could all infer by now, but I am still in school, so that does take up a good chunk of my time. I'm happy I was able to put a lot more effort into the coloring and the backgrounds. And I just looked at the thumbnail. I forgot to draw my glasses. How could I? Despite the fact I haven't uploaded in the past month or 2 months, I've still been getting a lot of nice comments, and I really appreciate that. I'm gonna go make some tea now. Goodbye.